I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway.
In short, the writers have become more interested in getting their own personal ideology across and owning the chuds, rather than actually telling a good story. And well, that sort of strategy never really pays off. Naturally, I was curious to get the other side of the story, so I took a look at a recent interview with showrunner Eric Kripke in The Hollywood Reporter, and he had this to say about accusations that the show had become too partisan. I clearly have a perspective, and I'm not shy about putting that perspective in the show. Anyone who wants to call the show woke or whatever, that's okay. Go watch something else. But I'm certainly not.
If this was a show made by a right winger and he said this, okay, like, I think the critical drinker would have to not be able to. The critical drinker would probably not make a video for a month because he would just lay fat ropes specifically to that statement. Okay, he would be rendered incapable of making the incredible YouTube content that he makes. You know, phenomenal stuff overall, because he'd be too busy fucking constantly roping.
Not going to pull any punches or apologise for what we're doing. Some people who watch it think Homelander is the hero. What do you say to that? The show's many things, subtle isn't one of them.
Yeah.
So if that's the message you're getting from it, I just throw up my hands. You know, why do I feel like this is rapidly becoming a tale as old as time? A show gets popular and goes mainstream, the writers get a little too overconfident and think they can use it as a platform for their own personal hang-ups, the fans start to push back against them, and instead of taking that criticism on...
The funniest part about this is that, like, no, dog, the show had those politics from the first fucking second. Like, you just didn't understand it. And now you're mad because you feel betrayed. It's like, what can someone do about that? Like, do you demand an apology? Do you want them to change course completely to suit your interests? No, dog, that it's you. That's a you problem. You didn't understand the politics from day one. It's so odd.
Bored and responding in a constructive manner, they just say, fuck it, go watch something else, you dicks. Kinda reminds me of this idiot who did her level best to tank the American comic book industry and then had the balls to berate her own customers for not loving what she was doing.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
Right, well, that's me told. You girls enjoy yourself.
Wait, does he like Death of a Stalin? Is he going to find out that Armando Iannucci is also, like, you know, a sock dem? Is he going to fucking find out that, like, Veep is left wing? Did I say Death of a Stalin? I meant Death of Stalin. He's going to be like, wait a minute, dude. Armando Iannucci, this guy, I thought he was making fun of liberals, which he is.
It's the entertainment.
By the way, I will always stand on that. Yeah, The Thick of It and Veep are probably my favorite fucking political comedies of all time. Straight up there with The Day to Day, which is, oh my God, all three are made by British people. What the fuck? I just realized something crazy. Armando Iannucci and The Day to Day. Armando Iannucci obviously is, I think he's Scottish, if I'm not mistaken. And The Day to Day is British, like is English. Oh my God. Oh no. He's Italian. I mean, he's Italian but lives in Scotland. I'm pretty sure he's like Italian Scottish. Yeah, he's born in Glasgow. There you go. Sorkin fan spotted. What? No, this is not. In the Loop. In the Loop is also incredible. Veep was written by British people, only season 1 through 5. I think Iannucci also played a role in the day-to-day. Yes. I am a big fan. Brass Eye as well. Brass Eye and the day-to-day are identical. I mean, that's like, I thought it was the same show actually, but anyway, those are shows that played a very important role in my like development of political satire. Chris Morris is like the more prominent role though in Brass, I think in Brass Eye and also the day to day. I have watched some Brass Eye stuff on the stream before. Anyway, let's continue.
Entertainment equivalent of that asshole kid who takes his ball and flounces off home because everyone else won't play the game the way he wants them to. It's this weird narcissistic sense of entitlement amongst creatives these days that everyone should just unconditionally support and agree with you because you're such a paragon of wisdom that there's no possibility you could ever be wrong about anything. The problem, Eric, is that other people don't always think exactly the same way we do. They don't always share our beliefs, parrot our opinions, mirror our viewpoints on every topic, and
dude, you're literally crying about a show that is doing just that. Dude, conservatives are so fucking stupid. I swear to God, you literally have to get hit with a blunt object multiple fucking times in order to become a conservative. No, it's just, there's no way. I mean, John Fetterman, great example, right? Fucking literally has a stroke and becomes a conservative. You have to get a stroke to become a conservative. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I like, sure, he can't read text or subtext. He has no fucking media literacy whatsoever. That's one thing, right? I don't want to be ableist there. But having said that, how do you not recognize that this 30-second sequence of commentary completely fucking destroys the entire purpose of this video? Like, you're doubly wrong. You're fucking doubly wrong. Not only are you wrong about the direction of the fucking show, but you're also still fucking wrong. You're wrong for being like, oh, not everyone has your same opinions. Like, stop trying to fucking like hammer politics into everything or a different viewpoint into everything. It's like, but you're doing that. You're demanding that. You're demanding that off of a misunderstanding from the jump, but still, you are literally demanding that and crying that the show is demonstrating a different viewpoint than the one you like.
Beliefs, parrot our opinions, mirror our viewpoints on every topic, and that's okay because people are allowed to have different points of view. A smart,
unless you're a left-wing content creator,
humble and creative writer finds ways to bridge the gap between all these different groups through the unifying concept of good storytelling. A bad writer, on the other hand, tries to hammer home his opinions on his audience with sheer brute force, and then gets angry and resentful when they push back against it. I'll let you decide which one you used to be and which one you are now. Also,
it's also weird because it's like, bro, if you don't like it, don't watch is a pretty normal fucking thing to say, especially when you feel like the show is solid enough on its own. So this makes no fucking sense. He's like crying that that comic book woman, I don't know anything about her, and the guy who made The Boys are both not catering to his worldview and making a mockery of his worldview. And then literally saying, yeah, don't watch it if you don't want to. It's fine. Like, he's upset. He's upset that he's not being catered to. This is the entire video. This is the entire gripe. Do people not understand this? What is going on?
it's interesting watching the discourse around The Boys on social media, which I can best summarise as, The Boys used to be smart and fun, now it's all about pushing politics and nothing else. Cry harder, chuds. Don't you know this show was always making fun of people like you?
Yeah, but those are the people who yeah. Not only is it pretty obvious from the jump. Not only is that pretty obvious from the jump, but like the thing I don't understand is like when the creator of a product comes out and makes a statement about like what the intention is behind the artistic expression that you are consuming. Who goes, oh, fuck that. Like, I hate this guy. You need to change this now.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Okay, let's get this over with. Yes, most people with functioning brain cells knew exactly what this show was and where its political sympathies lay. Nobody in their right mind looked at Homelander as a misunderstood hero that represented the voice of the masses. Nobody looked at Stormfront and thought, you know what, she's got a point there. Nobody clapped and cheered when the Deep forced himself on Starlight, and it's complete gaslighting to suggest otherwise. The show was never particularly subtle about its politics or what it expected its audience to take from it. The difference though is that for the first couple of seasons at least, it was actually fun and entertaining because the creative focus was still on the story and characters. And believe it or not, people can be surprisingly receptive to your political ideas when they're smartly presented and wrapped up inside an entertaining product. People can empathise with characters that embody ideas they don't normally support, as long as those characters are well written and likeable. People are even capable of laughing at themselves when you point out the more absurd or extreme elements of their worldview, provided you do it in a way that's actually funny and insightful. In each of these cases though, the primary focus should always be on entertaining your
Okay, I can't believe he's wrapping it up with a statement that I agree with unironically. It's something that I say all the fucking time. It's like, who gives a fuck about the politics of any kind of thing as long as it makes you laugh, as long as it makes you think, as long as it makes you like enjoy it genuinely. If you make a consumable product, like I don't give a shit. Obviously, in a lot of circumstances, they ham up the liberalism or will just like recycle IP or juggle it and turn around and just like slap some liberalism onto it and leave it at that. And they go, here, this is the new shit. Okay. It's the same as the old shit. Maybe the shit that you enjoyed, maybe you didn't even enjoy it back then, but like now it's a little bit different. And that is annoying. I definitely don't like that, except the problem in this circumstance is that he didn't mention any of those things. His 8-minute video featured him crying for 6 minutes about the politics of the show. He cried about the politics of the show without like saying, here's what sucks about the show. Here's what changed about the show. With the exception of, I'm just mentioning the fucking politics of the show and they become more apparent by season 4. And I hate that. Why did you ominously write soon in here? Don't fucking vague post in here. Send me a DM. What? Soon what? Soon what, Slasher? Don't you do that. Yeah, look at this image of conservatives not embracing Homelander.